Welcome to Turn Right Machine Works. My name is Keith, and I'm wrapping my last gift for Christmas here tonight. And this is Christmas Eve. And I just wanted to say Merry Christmas to everybody. And this is a homemade gift that I made for my wife Vanessa. And here's how I went about it about 3 days ago. Alright, so let me get this wrapped up and you can check out how it was being made. Alright, this is going to be my first attempt, art project, 2013 Christmas gift, and 16 gauge aluminum sheet. I'm cutting it at 300 inches a minute. I'm using a 60 amp tip, running just about 60 amps, and about 75 psi's on the pressure, and got good clean air. Tip is not brand new, but it's fairly new. I've only cut a few other parts with it. And let's get a little air and suction here, and let's give it a go. I can't believe that I didn't have to intervene at all on any of this. And I'm going to start cleaning up our parts. Hardly any dross on the back side of any of these. There's a couple little flakes right there. Maybe a little bit of high-speed dross on the top. Awesome. All right. Let's get it cleaned up. let this air out. We'll let that dry. This dries pretty fast, but it's a good base light color to put on for the background of all my colors. I do have to hit this here, just because the center of the moon is actually going to be showing on the back of here. Okay, I kind of got the craters and the background of the moon there, and I got the highlights of the bright part of the moon there. Now we're going to go ahead and I'm going to create the transition of water and sky, and then we'll get, after we do this, then I'm going to play around with the the background of the water, which will be the moon reflecting onto it. So first off, I'm going to go ahead, and we got like a little bit of purplish haze right between this area right in here. Something like that. And then we got like blue up here at the top. Okay, and down here at the bottom. light blue. Right in this area, right in here. And this is almost all right in here. And this. Alright, and believe it or not, we got just a little bit of black up here at the top. And like that. See, I'm looking in here, and a little bit of light right here in the middle here, alright, and a little bit of that purple haze right there, and then just a hint of the blue down here at the bottom. I had a couple splatters right there. This is like almost flawless skyline here. Alright, and okay, I think I want just a little bit lighter up here at the top. Okay, I like that. Alright, so there's the sky and the water. Now we need to go ahead and create the moon shimmying on this section right here. Alright, and then I'm gonna set this so it'll dry somewhere. And we're gonna come over here for the shimmying of that moon. Get some white on here. I think I'm all out of this white here. Okay. Where's the other white? There we go. Okay. Okay, now we need just a little bit of the reflection of the moon, and we're going to go ahead. All right, now that's going to be contrast with this right here, and I think that really is, I mean, not much of it's going to show anyway. You're just going to have the black hull of the vessel, the ship, right in the center there. All right, I kind of like that. For some reason, something tells me to go ahead and lighten this up just a little bit. Okay, I think that's going to do it. Let me, I just want to see the contrast here. It might be just a little. Hey, I tell you what, it's pretty hard to. All right, enough is enough. I think I'm just gonna let that go. I do. Yeah. Leave it alone, Mr. Fenner. Okay. All right, so we're going to let this dry, and we're going to start playing with our boat, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to get the rest of the rigging all onto the boat, and then we're going to paint it black, and then it will be offset with everything else right there. All right, we mixed up some marine text here, and marine text, I'm just going to go ahead and we're going to dab a little bit on each end here, and set this right down on there like that. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on this one here. keeping them nice and flat. Alright, and we can put a little dab on here as well. This stuff like files off too, so it's pretty forgiving that way. Trying to work as fast as I can because this stuff is epoxy and it does cure up. Alright, it looks pretty good. Alright, now we're just going to go ahead and we're grabbing the next one. And yeah, about like that. That looks good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're just adding these wires or ropes here to our project. Trying not to get them overlapping any more than the one thickness off the backside. Alright, now we're just going to continue on down this whole run. Alright, this is an old wooden frame here with some gold trim. At first I was thinking about masking off this gold here and then creating the colors there. But I think I'm going to just cover the gold as well. So we have one solid frame. And I kind of just picked a neutral blue here. This is actually called royal blue. Okay, get a little air in here. Okay, we're going to let that tack for a couple minutes and we're going to flip it over. We'll set it right on these staples right here so that we can paint the other side. Alright, it's tacked up and we got it flipped over now. And our ventilations are back on. Alright, we'll let that tack up and we'll get a second coat on there to hold the gloss. Alright, we swapped this background sky. This is the actual plate here, and I just put something under here so that we get the right curve on here so that the next piece will be able to lay down and the silicone will adhere one to the other, okay? So what we're going to do is, we're going ahead, the next piece is going to be our sky, alright? And we're going to set that equal with our edge there, alright? But before we set this down, We just wanted to make sure that everything was going to be kosher there. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our silicone here and we're going to put a bead of silicone all the way around our outside edge here. Okay, and then we're going to go once around, just trying not to be too close to the edge. Maybe a little dab there, 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 and there. Okay, now we want this to go ahead and be as close as possible before we put it down, and then we can float it right to our corners and to our edges there. Alright, and we're just putting some light pressure down here, just holding these two pieces together. Okay, that silicone will hold it. Okay, the next thing we want to do is we want to put the moonlight down here so that this surface stays flush right here. Alright, and there's, I mean, this looks pretty good. I mean, I have some speckles and some other stuff on here. It's not 100% perfect, but for the picture and everything else, it's a fun project anyway. Okay, and this is just RTV clear silicone. Alright, and I put this right down on there. Butt it right up next to that plate. And press that on there like that. Alright, we're going to let those set for just a little bit, and maybe the RTV will set just a little bit. And they'll sink down, and then we're going to get the moon face in here. Alright, we got the moon in here. We kind of figured that it sits in there just about like so. Something like that. Alright, we're going to put a little dab of silicone in a couple different spots here so that we know we can hold this in here. Okay, I think that'll be good enough. Alright, now let's go ahead and pick our rotation here, and I'm kind of looking I say something like that is what I'm looking for. Okay, we may add a few brush touches here, but we may leave it just like that. It is an abstract picture of the moon. You know, it's come along. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the water that's going to be on each side of the shimmering light. And I got those pieces right here, and I think they go each side. I think let's just place them on here so we get a good view of what that's going to look like. Okay, I like that. Alright, let's go ahead and put these down with some silicone now. Okay, and this horizon line meets that horizon line. Okay, same thing on this side here. Alright, I like that. Alright, we gotta go check and see how our ship is doing. We're doing some speed curing, so we got it in the heat room there, seeing if we can get that marine text to kick a little quicker. Alright, and we're gonna go check our frame in the other side, in the other room too. We're about ready to put another coat of paint on it. Alright, we just about knocked all the big globs of marine text off of there, and we're 100% now on all of our rigging. And that's all just hammered out MIG rod and 2 pieces of TIG rod right there, and then just laid flat, a little bit of dab of marine text there, adhesing them to the mast and the sails, and we're ready to start putting some paint. I think I'm gonna fog it on this side here. We just want to take a look at this. I think I gotta hit a little bit right there on that mast, and that's gonna be kind of tricky. I'm gonna have to hold this right close to here, just in case I have an accident here without able to see it. That mast was a little fat. F-A-T. Alright? Alright. This way here, I just know that there's not going to be any shadows in around the edge or any of the rigging there. So I need it to be, it's a silhouette, so I need it to be really flat. And this is, like I said, this is the back side. Okay, and a little bit of the paint getting in between all the metal and stuff actually is going to be adding to the glue factor there. Alright, we're going to let that set for a couple minutes, and then we'll flip it on over. Alright, I flipped her over, and we'll paint with the new black here. Yeah, we're almost done with this can. We'll go ahead and we'll fog her on here. Actually, the little cans go pretty far. Okay, and now we know that this is all going to be black, but this water, as it starts fading out, it becomes a little bit more bluish black, and we're going to be fading in some blue here. Okay, and we want to maintain that black right down through the center. A couple little spots out like that, right there. That looks good. That was good. We know that it's almost pure black already down all the way down to the water line. And then it starts fading. I like the little bit of blue that we got in there. I think that's perfect. I'm not going to touch it. Alright, I think our ship is done. We just need to wait for it to dry. And then we can go ahead and we can glue it on our picture. The frame is drying in the other room. So it looks like we'll be able to assemble our gift here tomorrow. I'm getting ready to stick this on here, and this is just clear Permatex clear RTV silicone, nothing fancy about it. It really does get a good bond. Everybody goes, yeah, it's only as strong as your paint. Well, you know, you're exactly right. So if you're doing a good paint job, you should have no problem. And if you ever tried to pull something off with silicone on it, it is pretty rough stuff, okay? I'm just kind of sticking a couple globs in here where I know it should pass without that should be more than enough to hold it, I would say. Alright, now we got to put this thing down with the center line pretty much in eyeball here, and set it right there. Get a good look at it. Looks like it needs to go that way just a little bit and just a little bit up. Would look like mast. It's pretty true. I like that. There you go. It's not a straight on shot, but it is looking from the direction of sight there. Pretty happy with how it turned out. And the frame is doing real well. I'm not going to do anything with the frame until tomorrow. As far as putting it on, it's drying. I put like 4 coats of paint on it to get a halfway decent finish. And it's pretty close to this royal blue in here, which will be a nice uniform color for a basic frame all the way around. Got a frame sitting here, and all these staples should be all bent up here. Alright, let's see if we can set this right into the frame here. And see if I can put this fat part down here. Alright, right in there. Okay, now we just bend over these wires. There we go. Alright, let's check it out. Merry Christmas, baby. Well, we got a couple more hours left to let this finish drying, the paint drying, and get our rest of our gifts kind of wrapped up. Every year I try to create some kind of homemade Christmas gift and give it to Vanessa. And it's been a long time since I've actually done an oil painting, but having the idea and playing around with this, given some kind of three-dimensional metal artwork photos, it's kind of cool, and I'm glad I can share it with you. Merry Christmas. Get her done.